बाबा कहते हो यही बच्चे मेरे ताज तुम्ही, नैन के नूर लाडलो मेरी आवाज तुम्ही, मेरी दुनिया में तेरे दम से उजाला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
व्हाट इज योग? मैंने आपको बताया योग इज स्मृति में स्थिति, लगन में मगन। टू स्टेबलाइज द माइंड इन द कॉन्शियसनेस, अवेयरनेस और रिमेम्बरेंस ऑफ गॉड आवर फादर, उस परमात्मा की स्मृति में स्थित होना। तो ये जो हर एक को ये मालूम है कि भाई हमारे में ये योग्यता है, जब आप परमात्मा की स्मृति में मन को एकाग्र करेंगे, बाकी चीजें स्वतः भूल जाएंगी। इसी का नाम योग है। जितना ये आप प्रेम से करेंगे, लगन से करेंगे, तत्परता से करेंगे, एक ऐसी अंदर की कसक से, तड़प से उस परमात्मा के प्रति आपका स्नेह कितना गहरा है, उसकी क्या इंटेंसिटी है, क्या क्लाइमेक्स है, वो जितनी आपको याद होगी गहरी, उतना आपका योग उतना पावरफुल होगा। तो ये योग डिपेंड करता है हमारी स्मृति पर, उस स्मृति से हमारी स्थिति होती है। तो संक्षेप में मैं ये दो चार बातें जो आज के इस विचार आपके सामने रख रहा था, फिर से मैं उसको संक्षेप में 5-7 मिनट में आपके सामने कहना चाहता हूं। एक तो ये कि योग अभ्यास के साथ हमारा योगी जीवन जरूरी है। योगी जीवन के साथ साथ हमारा योग अभ्यास जरूरी है। जितना हम योग अभ्यास करते हैं, योगी जीवन हमारा बनता है, हमें जीवन में योग से मदद मिलती है। जितना हम योगी जीवन बनाते हैं, उतना हमारा योग ठीक लगता है। ये हमेशा ख्याल कीजिए। और यहाँ से जाने के बाद कठिनाइयां, विघ्न, परीक्षाएं आएंगी, लेकिन उस परमात्मा की याद में रहने का एक समय निश्चित कर लीजिए। कम से कम रहना तो सारा टाइम चाहिए, लेकिन प्रातः का जो समय है, जिस समय व्यापार, व्यवहार और उद्योग, कारखाने शुरू नहीं हुए होते, सब बंद है, संसार का काम या है भी सही तो अपने अपने शिफ्ट वाले काम कर रहे हैं। हम अपना ये सोचें उस टाइम कि मेरी परमात्मा से अपॉइंटमेंट है, ये टाइम मेरा उसके लिए फिक्स्ड है, और रोज आप करेंगे तो आपका एक रास्ता खुलता जाएगा, आप आगे आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे। रेगुलरिटी जो है वो बहुत एक इसमें सहायक होगी। बीच बीच में हमें मिस नहीं करना चाहिए। तो ये अपना समय उठकर उस परमात्मा की स्मृति में बैठे। दूसरा मैंने ये बताया कि जो ये विकार हैं, वो जो गीत बज रहा था वो यही कहता था कि जो निर्विकार है वही पवित्र है। ये योग हमारे मन को निर्विकार, निर्विघ्न बनाता है। तो ये जैसे मैंने अपने जीवन में से आपको एक मिसाल दी थी कि क्रोध आया था, लेकिन उस परमात्मा की स्मृति से वो हट गया था। तो योग का प्रयोग करें जीवन में, योग का प्रयोग करें। वो जो योग का आपने सीखा है कि मैं आत्मा हूँ, शिव बाबा का बच्चा हूँ, वो शांति स्वरूप है, ये जो योग है, इसका लाइफ में जो प्रैक्टिकल टेस्ट या कठिनाइयां आती हैं, उसमें उस परिस्थिति में इसको अप्लाई करें। ये अप्लाइड नॉलेज इज योग। वो जो आपने सीखा है उसको उस समय में यूज करेंगे तो वो सिर्फ दवाई को अपने पास रख लेने से दवाई फायदा नहीं देती, दवाई को सेवन करने से, काम में लाने से उसका फायदा होता है। ये दूसरी बात मैं आपको कह रहा था। और साथ साथ मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि जो टेस्ट आएंगे, कठिनाइयां आएंगी, परीक्षा आएंगी, कि अभी नहीं कल से कर लेंगे, परसों से कर लेंगे, हमारे मित्र, हमारे दोस्त हमें कुछ और बातें कहेंगे, चलो आज सिनेमा देख आए, और वो सिनेमा अश्लील होगा, हिंसा और क्रोध को उकसाने वाला होगा, तो फिर हमारे योगी जीवन में एक विघ्न और एक रुकावट पड़ेगी। कोई हमें जो अभक्ष है, जो खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए, जो गलत किस्म का खाना है, योगी का भोजन नहीं है, भोगी का है, तामसिक भोजन है, कोई उसको खाने के लिए कहेगा मैंने डिनर रखा है, तुमको ये खाना ही पड़ेगा, तुम मेरे दोस्त हो, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है। तो कई बातें हमारे सामने इस किस्म की आएंगी, लेकिन जो आपको नियम बताए गए हैं, अगर हम उन असूलों को अपनाएंगे नहीं तो पूरा लाभ कैसे होगा। तो ये हमारे जीवन में एक ख्याल रखना चाहिए कि उनको हम अपनाएं। और जैसे कि मैंने कहा विशेष रूप से जब परमात्मा से हमारा जितना गहरा प्रेम प्यार होगा, हम समझ लेंगे कि वो हमारा परम पिता है, परम माता है, सखा भी है, स्वामी भी है, और वो हमारा सहारा है, वही हमारा हमें पार लगाने वाला है, इत्यादि इत्यादि। हर प्रकार से हमारा प्रेम जब उधर होगा, वो प्रेम हमारा शुद्ध होगा, और ये प्रेम ये है जो संसार को जीने योग्य बना सकता है, सुखमय बना सकता है।
को मुस्कान मिले, जग को जीवन दान मिले, आए गम की न हवाएं, देते रहो दुआएं, नहीं अवगुण को मन में धरना है। प्यारे बाबा तुम्हारा यही कहना है, प्यारे बाबा तुम्हारा यही कहना है।
Om Shanti. Be a jewel of contentment. Always remain content and make everyone content. Purity in the mind. The natural inheritance of Brahmin life is to be a constant embodiment of happiness, an embodiment of peace and contentment of the mind. In order to experience this, there has to be purity in the mind. To keep yourself happy and content with external facilities or through service is self-deception. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today's day 16. Be a jewel of contentment. Always remain content and make everyone content. Today's topic, purity in the mind. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi and then we will do Happy World of Avikti children.
Om Shanti, all the jewels of contentment. Baba wants to see us that we claim Baba's inheritance because we are Baba's children. Really, when we think about inheritance, which Baba is saying more internal inheritance should be claimed by us. And that inheritance Baba is saying is everlasting happiness, peaceful mind. And I think when you claim inheritance, it doesn't require any efforts. Right? In Lokik also, those who get inheritance, so they have a lot of wealth, they don't have to work, right? They live on inheritance. So we have to internally check ourselves. And all that connection is with the purity. We had been listening to also clean attitude. Right? It's like all the garbage of vices is gone, but the dust remains, right? That is why dusting has to be done every day. So that it's completely clean. And Baba also said yesterday, purity is not just conquering the first vice, that is living a celibate life. But if there is anger, there is attachment or greed or ego, so we have to be victorious over all these vices, so that purity will bring inner constant contentment. So Baba is saying that natural inheritance or internal inheritance of Brahmin life is to be constant embodiment of happiness and an embodiment of peace, and what it brings, contentment of the mind. They always say, are you content? Are you happy? Then they say. Because when you are content, you also will be very happy. So Baba says that in order to experience this, there has to be purity of the mind, awareness, consciousness, attitude, feelings. Right? All this is the function of the mind. Right? Even the feelings have to be always very good. Because whatever from Baba also is the feelings. If I am sensitive, I keep feeling this, feeling that, then you won't feel what Baba is giving us. So we also have to be, Baba says there has to be purity in the mind to keep yourself happy and content with external facilities or through service is self-deception. Yeah, our mind is quite engaged into external facilities and also service, because service is important, but we should not depend on only service. That I am busy, so I am okay. I know that Dadi Prakash Mani used to say, Dadi Janki, is fortune to be busy, which is good. But also internally, keep our mind and intellect free to be with Baba, or churning on the knowledge. So it's very, very important to see being busy is still not busy. And that is why also Baba, no worry, no sorrow, no worry, no sorrow. So that internal happiness can be experienced, right? I'm very happy. I'm very peaceful. I'm very content. This internal attainment, Baba saying, is our inheritance. And that all has connection with the purity of mind. Mind is pure, we are happy. So instead of thinking, how can I be happy? We have to look what kind of subtle impurities are there that doesn't allow me to be happy and peaceful. And keep removing them, clean them, transform them, so that you can claim from Baba your inner inheritance, and it should become very, very natural. Om Shanti.
Good evening, Didi. Om Shanti.
Hello, Om Shanti. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti, and hello, family. This topic of self-deception, not just in the context of which Baba is speaking about it now, but maybe you could elaborate, you know, what is self-deception? How do I know? What will be the signs of self-deception? And how do I distinguish between simple inexperience and self-deception? Because it's easy to think that, you know, just like coming to America, you think this is what a successful life looks like. And so you do all the things, you earn the money, you get the position, but you're still not happy, you know. So in the spiritual life too, you can look at certain things and think that, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is what it's supposed to look like. But it's really just, it's not exactly self-deception, but it's an experience. And so could you speak a little bit to that?
I was remember thinking of example of when they start construction of a building, you see lot of external structures like, you know, what they call it, different kinds of things to hold to the building, right? But as
Scaffolding.
building, yeah,
Scaffolding. Yeah.
right. So as building gets ready, they keep removing, right? One by one, one by one. And then to see if building can stay or it can collapse. It does happen one time. We all were in ORC. I don't know if you were there. And suddenly the building fell because then they realized that maybe it was too early to remove the supports.
Mm.
In life also, there are certain things we depend on and take support.
Mm-hmm.
And gradually, as we grow, according to drama, those supports will be removed little by little. When they removed, am I still okay? Am I still happy? Am I still strong? So that means you were taking support, but you were not depending on
Oh,
that.
interesting. Yeah.
So it's very interesting that suddenly the stage drops, you know. And when you find the reason, there is no reason, very something very little. Even you had been doing yoga, you had been doing a lot of karma yoga, a lot of seva, but there is something not right. That means you are still depending on some support. And Baba said it could be service or facilities, right? So I think that drama, circumstances will help you to stand on your own and your inner, Baba said, inner inheritance of happiness and peace has been claimed. So that it has been claimed, that means externally, whatever support is not there. There are some people, they always keep saying, I need more support. Right? And there are some, they say, oh, I don't need any support. But I feel that we have to be cooperative, and whatever is the need of that person, we should provide, right? I mean, I will be provided, but I have to also see that I am not happy because of all that. Right? I mean, I should appreciate whatever facilities and service I get, but not necessarily. That means tomorrow, if I have to only do Mansa Seva, or maybe I can not do service, I'm giving example, but I should still be happy and peaceful, right? So that means you are real, you're not deceiving yourself. Yeah.
This is good. Part of what I'm hearing is that if you've done the work, then it's time for the scaffolding to be removed and you're fine. Otherwise, it can be forcibly taken down. And then that's when you see that you were really dependent on that thing. And so, thinking also, say, from your perspective in relation to others, where they will want your acknowledgement, to say that you have value for them or that they're doing a good job or whatever. So where do you keep that balance between being a support and yet not allowing them to be dependent on only that to move?
I think appreciation is always, I think, is necessary, and we should appreciate. And see, one is just we praise someone to make that person happy. Another is acknowledgement, and acknowledgement is right because it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
That is more like inner confirmation of what I am doing is right because I acknowledge it, it helps, right? So I don't see that as deception, but I know that underlining someone's speciality
Mm-hmm.
could help that soul.
Right.
And I don't think that those who have, they're depending on what I say. But those who don't have, maybe they want I say it because they will be happy,
Mm-hmm.
or it could help them, encourage them. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people need encouragement, acknowledgement, and I don't see there is that could become support, but it could make it more real too. So if I am helping the soul by encouraging or by
Of course, yeah, and this is for all of us in that role. And then thinking too about, and I go back to that story of the Daddy Janki was very fond of telling about Baba giving the job to you. And again, because of your qualifications. But it came as a shock to Daddy, right? She always mentioned it. And so I think that is something. How did you? I bet you it didn't even cross your mind at that time that Daddy Janki would feel she'd been usurped, or because there are certain things that as children you don't know how your parents think. So just a generational thing. And I now see there are certain things that you have to be a certain age or at a certain level of experience to maybe understand that, say, for example, that was what Daddy Janki felt. And so, I see this today where young people are, we were the young ones once, and maybe we were doing things that the generation older than us were no longer being asked to do. And we now see the same thing. Younger people who are so brilliant and so wonderful and so competent and capable, etc. And so how to reconcile that there are certain things that you come to know through age and experience.
Yeah, I even didn't know.
No, how could you? Because you were, no, you couldn't until you were more experienced yourself.
Not only experience, but I didn't know that that's the service she used to do.
Okay.
But one thing, what, as you said, young people come, they get more things to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what is required. But one lesson which Didi Mohini taught us, a governor was coming and I was given the duty because he spoke English to be with him, take him around. But everyone like Dadi Gulzar was given the task of keeping governor's room ready, put everything in order. All Dadis were given something, but very ordinary job. But Didi said, you go in everyone's room and tell them, this is what the program is, this is what will be happening, and make them feel part of that. That was very good. Until now, anything happens, I say, let everyone know it, let everyone be involved, whether they get something to do or small or big thing.
Beautiful.
I think that Dadis always taught us also, that even if you as a young person had been given, but don't fly with ego and now I am the one who is the leader or master. You know, someone said very nicely that parents are parents. Even the children will become parents, but can't be parents of their parents, you know. So if we have respect for dadis and respect for anyone who is senior and those who are watching us and observing us, because their drishti, their blessings will constantly give you success. And that is very important too, that my ability should keep increasing with their blessings.
Beautiful.
So these are few things I learned
Yeah,
from.
that's very good. That's very practical. I like that. And then just seeing sometimes where you have seeing two very different approaches. The one person who's so confident in themselves and everything they're saying, and they know, and that their opinion and what they're telling you to do is the right thing. And then someone else who always thinks twice or wonders, is this okay? Or looks for feedback from other people. So maybe it's the two sides of the same coin, but where there's that overconfidence in a sense that can be self-deception, and the other one where there's a lack of confidence, which also can be a kind of a self-deception. So how can you bring one down and bring the other up?
I think that you have to be real and true to the self. What exactly I am, how much I know. Not try to say, oh, I know everything. I can do everything, whatever happens. But that's not real. That's not practical. I can do certain things, but others can do certain things. You know, that cooperative, everyone has to play their part. So overconfidence is not good because you will miss a lot of things in that overconfidence. So there are some people who have that nature. Oh, I can always do this. I can always do this, you know.
I know.
But I feel that to be true to the self and true to everyone, our own assessment of our own self should also be very clear and say, oh, I can do this. And I'm trying to see how I learn, gain more confidence in doing other things, you know. So balance it internally should help.
Good. Thank you, Didi.
Okay, body band, it was nice. Okay. You are in Miami now, right?
Yes, back in Miami. Eric came with us. He was here today too. It was lovely. It was a lovely weekend.
Yes. Okay. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.